what is mentioned with regard to the Prophet ﷺ wearing his ring on his right hand. And from this is the hadith of Ali radiallahu an, that his ring was worn on the smallest finger, the shortest finger of his left hand. That his ring was worn on the smallest finger, the baby finger, of his left hand, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in the hadith of Ali from Sahih Muslim, it is mentioned that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam forbade wearing the ring on the index finger and the middle finger. He forbade wearing the ring on the index finger and the middle finger, the longest of the fingers. And his sunnah was to wear it on the small finger. So now we have the fingers divided into three groups. Forbidden to wear it on the index finger and the middle finger, the sunnah to wear it on the small finger, and it being permissible to wear on what they call the ring finger, the finger nearest to the little finger. And as for the thumb, the scholars disagreed over it, with some of the scholars saying that the thumb is forbidden and some of them saying that the thumb is allowed and it's better to avoid, and Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best. So we avoid the thumb. We're prohibited from the first two fingers, the index and the middle finger. The ring finger is permissible and the smallest finger is the sunnah. But as for the ring finger, it's permissible when the ring is not worn in a way of copying the disbelievers. But as for those people who wear engagement rings on their ring finger to copy the disbelievers, then this is prohibited by consensus of the scholars. As for a woman, she can wear the ring on whatever finger she wants. And this is a matter of agreement amongst the scholars that this forbidding of wearing the ring is for the men only. So the man may wear the ring on either of the last two fingers, and the sunnah is the small finger. And if he wears it on the ring finger, he should not wear it on the side that is associated with the engagement ring. And it's different in different countries. But if you live in a country where the non-Muslims celebrate their marriage by wearing it on the ring finger on a certain side, then you mustn't wear it on that finger. You mustn't wear it on that finger. You must wear it on the other side finger that doesn't represent this issue of this belief that if you take off the ring it will ruin your marriage, and this belief that the ring is a symbol of your marriage and that it's a bringer of luck for your marriage. This is haram to copy. And it's different in different countries. In some countries they wear it on the ring finger on the left hand, and in some countries they wear it on the ring finger on the right hand, and in some countries they wear it on the middle finger, and so on and so forth. But as for if there is no comparison, like they don't wear silver or something like that, then the ring finger in general is permissible for you to wear it on. And in the hadith of Ali radiallahu anh, the Prophet ﷺ wore it on his left hand. As for the hadith of Abdullah ibn Ja'far in Shama'il al-Nabi ﷺ by Imam al-Tirmidhi rahimahullah ta'ala, he says the Prophet ﷺ wore his ring on his right hand. And at-Tirmidhi mentions another narration from Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma that the Prophet ﷺ wore his ring on his right hand. And so we say that the matter is a matter of ease, especially with a ring. Because you get sweaty and you get irritated, you take it off, put it on your other hand, no problem. The Prophet ﷺ would wear it on his left hand, and the hadith is authentic, and he would wear it on his right hand, and the hadith is authentic in this as well. And so there is no harm in wearing on the left hand or wearing on the right hand in this matter, insha'Allah ta'ala. And we've mentioned with regard to the ruling of wearing it on the different fingers. Then at-Tirmidhi mentions the hadith of Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma that the Prophet ﷺ took a ring of silver and he wore its bezel on the inside of his hand. Its bezel was written as Muhammadur Rasulullah, and he forbade anyone from taking the same. It is the one that fell from Mu'aqib in the well of Aris. So the Prophet ﷺ would not wear the bezel of the ring on the outside. On the outside. He would wear the bezel of the ring on the inside. He wore it on his small finger. He wouldn't wear the bezel of the ring here on the outside. He would wear the bezel of the ring on the inside. So it was close to his palm. So that when he was close his hand, you would just see a band. You wouldn't see the big bezel, you would just see a band. And when he opened his palm, you would see the bezel with written on it, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad on the first line, Rasul on the second line, and the word Allah on the third line. And that is how he used to wear his ring, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And as for Mu'aqib radiallahu an, he is Ibn Abi Fatima ad-Dawsi radiallahu an, and he was the treasurer of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu an, from the Sabiqun al-Awwalun, from the early people to accept Islam. And he witnessed all of the battles of Islam radiallahu anhu arda. And then Al-Imam al-Tirmidhi mentions the narration that Al-Hasan and Al-Husayn radiallahu anhuma used to wear their ring on their left hand. And so whether you wear it on your left or whether you wear it on your right, this is a matter that is not a matter of concern, and you may do either. And it seems that the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ suggest that he would do both, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi.